Nicolas Cage is Nick Cage. I just saw one of my favorite movies of all time a few weeks back, and not nearly enough people are talking about it. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent stars Nicolas Cage, who plays Nick Cage in this buddy cop slash thriller, mystery slash action, adventure slash comedy. The movie literally pokes fun at itself for switching genres midway. I love how they were able to tell such an engaging story and be 100% self-aware at the same time. The two are developing the story of a movie as they move along in this movie. Pedro Pascal, who plays Javi, literally said in the movie how there shouldn't really be a plot but fully character-driven film instead. I just find it so amazing how they were able to move the plot along, be self-aware, and have that be the punchline all at the same time. After watching the trailer for this, I was like, it's either getting 100% on Rotten Tomatoes or a solid 10, like the cinema Morbius is. And of course, it got 100%. Speaking of predicting scores, I did an Instagram called Movie Predictions where I guessed the critics and audience scores for movies, and I got it right so many times. But there are moments like when Nicolas Cage kissed Nick Cage, and it can be played for laughs for obvious reasons. It's hilarious, but it can also show the character progression. This dude starts out so in love with himself, and it's always everything him, that he's literally making out with himself. And when he sees Pedro Pascal's collection of Nicolas Cage stuff, he does say how he's creeped out, but continues looking and is equally engaged and intrigued, if not even more. This movie is just so chill, like you don't need to use your filmmaking brain the entire time, but when you take a closer look, you're like, not only is this movie very entertaining, very funny, and very heartfelt, but it is also a very good movie at the same time. I love the writing. This is the first Nick Cage movie that I didn't hate, let alone love, and I cannot stress how much Pedro Pascal stole every single scene he was in. These two actors had some of the greatest chemistry I've ever seen. And the main worry I had going into this movie was the supporting comedy cast ruining it, like Tiffany Haddish and that other generic white dude who I've seen everywhere but nowhere at the same time. It's really weird. But yeah, Tiffany was actually decent. I mean, I hate her as a person and don't think she's talented or funny at all, but she was not distracting in this movie. That was so mean. I hate her as a person. She's not talented or funny at all. But yeah, she was not distracting in this movie, which was all I was hoping for and all I ever asked for. So Massive Talent is a movie you can watch in whatever mood you're in. You could be happy, mad, sad, anxious. You could be floating in a pool on summer vacation in front of an outdoor movie theater. You could be alone in your room in the dark, sad, depressed, and crying, but eventually you're gonna mix up those tears of sadness for tears of laughter, so much that you won't be able to differentiate anymore. I loved the loneliness Cage was feeling and losing his career and family and feeling helpless. I love the murder mystery elements that came after. I love the buddy cop action heist thriller, and most importantly, I love the Paddington 2 scenes. Like I said, this was one of my favorite movies of all time. Same with The Northman, which I'll release a review video of very soon. I just had so many thoughts on that movie, so make sure to turn on post notifications to watch it first. I'd give The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I do think it deserves the 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I loved it. Go give it a watch. I'm definitely gonna watch it again this week, and please see this in a theater with as many people as possible. Screw COVID.